Hello my lovely people and welcome back. Today I'm doing some curry chicken. I've already done a lot of the prep work, so let's jump right into it. In this bowl right here I have some chicken thighs where I have removed the skin and I've already seasoned it. I'll go over some of the seasoning I used in just a moment. In this strainer right here I have some diced potatoes and I have some chickpeas that I'm trying to show you at the bottom there. Some canned chickpeas that have been rinsed. And in this bowl, I have some diced tomatoes, some sliced onions, and some ginger that I've peeled and cut into kind of strips. Some fresh ginger right there, great for flavor. And some of the seasonings that I used on the chicken and will be using in the curry. You have 3 chicken bouillons there, some cayenne pepper, some granulated garlic, some adobo, Goya adobo seasoning, and thyme. I also used a bit of black pepper. I am trying to film in one hand and cook in the other. It is quite a task, but I got it done. Sorry for a lot of the camera movements. I was being lazy. I didn't want to use my tripod, so there we go. I'm using avocado oil to saute the onions and stuff. And I believe I'm probably, if I had to guesstimate the amount, probably about a half a cup of avocado oil. You can use any type of oil that you want. That's what I had on hand and that's what I used. And also, you don't have to use the ginger. Some people don't put ginger in their curry, but it's optional. And right there, I'm sauteing the onions and the tomatoes and the ginger. And you want to cook your onions until they're nice and soft and translucent. And I'm gonna season those as well. Now for my chicken, I went ahead and seasoned it with some black pepper, garlic, some thyme, some Goya adobo, and I also seasoned it with the curry powder. That's a technique that I use from my cousin. She showed me that way to make the curry. Very effective and efficient way to make the curry. I love this way, and that's the way I've been using ever since she showed it to me over the summer, this past summer. Right there, I'm just seasoning my onions, and that was some black pepper, some garlic powder, and I believe I used some thyme. Right there, I'm just mixing to incorporate all of the flavor, make sure everything's coated. And I'm gonna let that saute for a little while. I'm not gonna cover the pan at this point, or the pot rather. Right there, you can see it's kind of cooked down. The onions are nice and soft. And I'm going to add my chicken thighs to the pot. And right there, I'm just trying to show you the type of curry that I used. Did season the chicken already with the curry, so I don't have to worry about adding any more curry. And I would say I used maybe about 3 to 4 tablespoons of the curry, depending on how much chicken you have. You know, it depends on how much chicken you have, and that will determine how much curry powder you want to use. But right here, I want to say I used about 4 tablespoons. And that was about 8 chicken thighs that I used. And I cut the chicken thighs so they can stretch a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I cut the chicken thighs in half. And right there, I'm just sauteing the onions and the chicken all together. And I'm gonna let it continue to cook for a while, uncovered. Okay, so you let that saute for, I want to say, about 15 minutes. You come back, you can see some of the chicken has started getting a nice color on the bottom. Yep, you're going to continue to mix it. You want nothing to be sticking, so you don't want to cook it too long. got everything all nice and mixed at this point. And we're going to be adding the chicken bouillon, chicken cubes to the mix. I'm using 3 of them. If you were making more chicken, of course, you would add more. But those chicken cubes were pretty sufficient seasoning for the amount of chicken that I was making. And right there, I'm just adding some water, and I would say I added maybe about 2 cups of water. You don't want to add too much water because when you cover the pot, the chicken is going to release its own juices, and the liquid will probably double. So you don't want to add too much water, but you do want to add a little bit of water, just so that all those ingredients, you know, combine and the seasoning absorbs into the chicken, and that's how you get really nice, flavorful chicken. So I cover the pot there, and I'm gonna let it cook for maybe about 20 minutes. And when I come back, you'll see how much water or juice has released from the chicken. There you can see the chicken has released its juices, and it's probably about doubled the amount of juice. And right there, everything's coming together lovely. Everything's some bubbly, good, delicious magic happening right there. And I'm also doing this video in real time. I usually speed up my videos, but I'm doing it in real time. You know, of course, I'm not recording on the entire time when the food is sauteing or simmering and things like that, but this is real time here. Right there, I'm adding the potatoes and the peas, the chickpeas. And for my vegetarian family, you can omit the chicken. What you can do is just saute the onions, the ginger and tomatoes. You add your chicken cubes, and then you bring that to a boil. And then you can just add some chickpeas and your potatoes, and right there you have a nice vegetarian meal. You can put it over rice or eat it with roti, or you know, put it over couscous or quinoa, or however you want to do it. This entire time I've been cooking on like a medium heat, and I just turned it down to low because I'm gonna let the curry chicken simmer for a few minutes, and then we'll be back. And right there, it's been simmering for maybe about 20 or so minutes. And it's looking really nice. You can see the potatoes have cooked. You can tell they look a little translucent. I don't know if you can see it, but the potatoes are definitely looking more tender at this time. And what I'm gonna do at this point, I'm going to let the curry chicken simmer without the lid, because that's gonna intensify the flavor. It's gonna reduce down, the liquid is gonna reduce down, and in turn the flavor is gonna intensify, and that's what you want. So we're gonna let this reduce. And I believe I lost some of my video, but there you have it, curry chicken. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.